Hello, this is Khashir and welcome to part 6 of game developing with Python and Pygame. In this video I am going to take care of a couple of things, and the first is how to make that impression of impact on the pedal. After, we will have some sound effect and how to use external image as I promised in the last video. If we have a time, I'm going to also cover using text fonts and how to write on the screen and bleed the text. And I'm not sure because that's kind of a little bit more complicated. It's confusing. So we will see. First thing first, let's try to fix this impact. What I like to do here is, after collision here, we can just write player dot rect dot y plus equal 5. So every time we have that impact from the ball, the pedal will go a little bit down. And let me show you. Where is my arrow key? Boom. It's going down. Boom. Okay. Now, but we don't want to. We don't want it. We want also just bouncing back. So in a player update method, we just say if self dot rect dot y is not 385. And how I'm sure it is 385? It's very easy. We can just print it out when we have that collision. Where is my collision here? Okay, then we can say print player dot rect dot y. Okay, and when we run the program, you can see on my terminal here it's just 385. every time just print it out, and now 390, it's going down by each punch. Okay, then the original position was 385. Where is it? Now we can remove the line and come back to update method and say if self dot rect dot y it's not 385, then self dot rect dot y equal 385. Now it's bouncing back. Bang. Cool. Okay, next step, let's take care of sound. For sound, let's create section here. Just write sound effects. Okay, for sound, what we need to do, we make variables and assign the sound file to that variable. Now if you have your files here like me in the same directory, okay, you don't need to use any path joint or something. You just load it from within the code. No extra line of code required here. But as it goes also for images, imagine you are writing or working on a very large game with hundreds of images and hundreds of sound files, so you can't just put everything in the same file. It will be messed up. Also the code, you will have the code in the different parts. For example, maybe I will have another tutorial with to show you how to write little bit larger game, and there you even have to, or it's better to do that, to separate the classes. And for example, setting, you will have a setting file, you will have a file, just separate file for classes, and separate file for or game logic, and after everything that you will import everything in the one file and you run it that way. And also you will have a separate directory, you will call it asset or sound file, image file, whatever you want, and after you will redirect all the contents inside that directory to your code. But for our little game, which we just have 2 sound file and 1 image file, then it's not necessary. Alright, where is my sounds? Okay, the first, we just have 2 sounds. The first is ball to paddle, and as I said before, try to always write meaningful variables, because imagine you will review your game or any other program after a couple of months, 6 months, 1 year, and you will lost yourself inside your program if you just assign s equal blah blah blah, b1 equal equal blah blah blah, and after it's completely kind of crappy code, to be honest with you. Okay, paddle to ball to paddle equal Pygame dot mixer dot sound with capital S, and here you have to write the full name and extension of the file, and it should be like ball paddle dot wav as a string. Okay, and another one, let me finish this one, and after we will show another one. Paddle ball to paddle. First try to run the code if we don't have any problem with loading the file. No, we don't have it. And now we just copy this variable here, go down when we have collision, where is it, and we just say dot play. That's all we need to do. Now we will have also sound. We don't have a sound. Why is that we don't have a sound? Okay, why we don't have a sound here? Oh, I didn't save the update the game. Okay, one more time. Alright, we have a sound. Okay, nice. Okay, let's take care of the paddle, the ball to balls, and it will go the same way. We just make a variable, we call it this time ball to balls equal Pygame dot mixer dot sound, and what's the name of the file here? Balls. Okay, ball underscore balls.wav, and that's it. Now we just come here, copy this variable, and we have to find all our collision to the wall or frame. The one we have for horizontal bounce here, dot play, and we copy it here again and come down. Where is it? If set direction up and direction up. Okay, one is here too. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we also have that impact between ball and impact sound between ball and ball. What is next step? Next step, let's try to use some external image. Okay, I want to show you here something. Before I wrote the even original game, I wanted to use external image for paddle, because I wrote the same game with turtle, I think maybe 1 year ago, and just to show to myself or some some other guys or some other people programmers that it's possible to write the same game with turtle, because I think turtle is very capable module, actually more capable of programmers thinking. It's kind of underestimated module, poor turtle. Anyway, but I find out that this paddle, the rectangle, is much nicer. So here I just have one image, and for purpose of kind of education or for educational purposes, that this can be enough for now. Then you will get the idea, so you can just practice and do whatever you want with the game. Okay, now for this, what we need to do, we have to go to the class, and where we define the our image. Here we don't need to, when we are using external images, we don't need to use image.fill. So let's comment it out, and also here we don't need pygame.surface anymore, so also let's comment it out. What we need to do is to use pygame dot image dot load, and there we have the full name and extension of the file, which is ball.png, and after .convert, which I suggest you use it all the time. .convert, make it faster and easier for Pygame to use external images. And also another thing is, why it's come here? I just delete everything. Okay, I have to write it again. So pygame dot image dot load, where was it? And here we say ball.png and dot convert. Okay, and here, wow, okay, and here we write this line, and I will tell you what is it. Self.image dot set color key to black. Okay, and this with this one, which the color key method is when we are going to display this image on the screen, depending on the background color. Set color key set the specified color transparent. So for example, when we have blue background, we need to set the color key to blue, so every blue color will be transparented, and every black color now will be transparented, so it will be easier for bleeding the image on the surface. Yeah, that's my understanding, and maybe it's not completely correct technically, but generally it's something like that. And let's see what we are going to see now, which is kind of funny. Where is my terminal? Alright, now we have a huge ball here. How we can change it and transform the size of the image? Very easy, actually very easy. And we have to change and transform the image size before the getting the rectangle from from the Pygame. I can't even talk. So here we have this method getRect. So we have to do our transform before the rect. So here we just say self.image equal Pygame dot transform dot scale, and here what we are going to transform the self.image, alright, comma, and to what scale? We say 20 and 20, or 10 by 10, because our original sprite was 10 by 10, so let's do it 10 by 10. We can change it, and after, when we transform this the image size, after we can get the rect for that size. Now, oh, very small ball. It's, you can't even see it. Oh, let's make it what? Make it 20 or 25. Let's make it 25. Okay. Now. Our paddle looks small. Make it 20. Okay. All right. It's a little bit better. Where is my bounce here? Where is my bounce? Where is my bounce? Okay, it's here. So anyway, I don't know what happened, but now it's fine. So we almost have a game now, and only thing I'm going to do for next video, which is last one, I'm going to show you how to use font and how to write your score and split the text on the screen, and that would be the last video. And for the rest, just try to come up with our own ideas. So this way you can have some kind of general idea about how Pygame is working, and how to use it for writing very simple games. I might have also other tutorial for Pygame or with Turtle, which is my favorite. Alright, okay, thank you for watching, and I see you in next video.